So that's good stuff, Daddy. Good stuff, man. So let's lighten it up a little bit.
Okay.
You know, we've been getting kind of deep.
Yeah, we need.
Yeah, man. So, matter of fact, let's talk about the book, man.
Okay.
Just remind everybody of the book.
Okay.
What it's about and what they can expect from it.
Okay. Well, it is my first book, first of 3 books. It's entitled "The Measure of a Man's Dreams, Goals, Reality." And this book actually came as a result of just me, again, searching and journaling. Mm-hmm. And so as a result of that, the book came out of it. And it's about what do we do as we get older as men, especially maybe over 50.
Okay.
We pretty much got our family where they need to be. Kids are grown. Mm-hmm. We're working. Wife's working. We got a house, got cars. We're doing things. What do we do after that? Mm-hmm. And I just believe that for all men, we've got in our culture now, the Western culture, we've just kind of settled in to go to work and come home and eat, go to bed, get up. But there's just so much more for us to do. Because I think we created to do certain things in our lives. Yeah. And I heard a motivational speaker say 99% of people live and die and never do what they're supposed to do. And the 2 most important days in our lives is the day that we were born and the day we figure out why. So it just kind of caused me to say that I think it's important for men to stay focused. But in this book, it's a mini book, teeny tiny mini book. And I wrote it this way on purpose so that men over 50 would be able to say, I read a book. Because most men don't read.
Right.
We'll look through a magazine or we might look at certain sections of the newspaper. But to sit down and engage our mind in a book, the first thing we say, well, I don't have time for that. It's because our lives have already put us into what we're supposed to do.
Okay.
Our normal life activities.
Yeah.
But if we do that, we always want more. But I heard someone else say, how do you expect to have something different if you're always doing the same thing?
Right.
So for me, I just knew that I got to a point to where I needed to do more. There was more. So this book again has easy chapters. One chapter is about health. Another chapter is about fitness. And the difference between the 2 is your fitness is your body, how you move, because you push, you pull, you squat, you twist, you do all those things, and you want to be able to do that regardless to how old you get, with the quality of life. Health is how you eat, what things go in your body, and our bodies are designed to function like a computer. You put the right information in, you get the right information out. Put the wrong information into a computer, you're subject to get what do you call it? Virus. Yeah. So the same thing with our bodies. If we eat right, our bodies will continue to function and reproduce and do everything. But if we start eating bad, and we're in a society where there's so much processed food now. It is crazy. And the FDA approves all this stuff.
That's the crazy part.
It looks like chicken.
Right.
Smells like chicken. Can almost taste like chicken.
Right.
But it's not chicken.
Right.
When it gets in your body.
But it'll say contains 10% real chicken. Or
something, You get the 10% contained, and you get a list of other things that you can't even produce.
Exactly.
So I talk about that a little bit, and I also talk about fashion. I talk about how you look. So let's just talk
about fashion.
Okay. Yeah, let's talk about fashion for a little bit.
Okay. All
right. The title of it is Thoughts on Image and Style. Okay. How do you see yourself?
Right.
Do you see yourself as swagged or stylish? And what most dudes do, when you get to that age, first of all, you very seldom go out much with your wife. You might take her out to dinner, but you still got your work clothes on because it's just so convenient to do that, which I get it. But you got to realize, especially if you're married or you're dating somebody, you have a partner, if you're 50 or whatever your age is, that woman should be able to go out with a man that really took time to take her out. And even if he's not taking her out, when you're going somewhere yourself, how do you want to look when you go out?
Right. So let me ask you this. How do you keep up with the latest fashion? Because, you'll see 2 different types of older couples. So, if I'm out somewhere, I'll see 2 different types. You'll see the older couple that looks old, the fashion is old, you know.
And
then you'll see another couple. You can tell they're older. You know, they may be great, but they dress nice. You know, they're stylish. How do you keep up with the style? How would I know if I'm over 50 what the latest trends is if I'm wanting to switch it up?
Okay. First of all, if you just look around you now, most people watch TV, they in some sort. In movies and commercials, they're going to make sure that their models are always wearing current things.
Okay.
So that's one way that you can just look at a commercial. And if there's an older person your age, depending on what the environment, if he's at home or out in the yard trying to sell, lawnmower or anything, he's going to have on a nice pair of slacks. He's going to have on, if it's in the winter, a nice turtleneck or a nice little button down. So you can actually look at commercials or movies. They're going to make sure that if they're at the gym or wherever they are, they're going to be dressing appropriately in today's styles and fashion.
Okay.
Even when you're out on the street and you go to Walmart or some of these other stores, you're going to see a ton of people. You're going to see the majority of people that just got off work and they're not going to be dressed appropriately. Or when I say appropriately, they're not going to be stylish. They're just going to pop in and pop out.
Right.
But I think it's important for men to always be aware. Fortunately, as I grew up, for some reason, I've always tried to change with the style. Even when I got older and got married and got in my 30s and 40s and 50s, because I was in church a lot. We probably got a lot of church people listening. You always had a suit on. You know, and you always wanted to look at those that there were some people you knew had money. So you looked at the suits they had. You might not could have paid the same amount, but you could
thing too.
You could get the closest thing to it. So you have to look around and see what people are wearing. You have to look at what size they are, if they're large or small, and see how they dress. But you got to do that on purpose. You can't just accidentally. And so I'm trying to tell men, I want you to do this on purpose. I want you to look at style on purpose. And so when my book talk about health and fitness, talk about you being overweight, but even being overweight, you can still be stylish. Because I know some big dudes, whether they're in the entertainment industry or when I used to work at the law firm, you're out and about and you see a lot of large guys, but they still look good. And I think that's just so important. It has a lot to do with making you feel better about yourself. And so I'm about men regaining manhood.
So let me ask you this. Give me 3 must-haves for a large fellow over 50. Three pieces of clothing that I need to make sure I have in my wardrobe.
Okay. 3 must-haves. You got to have a nice pair of slacks. Basic color that can go on with almost anything is a black pair of slacks. When it comes to the shirt, it's a little bit different. You want to have, I don't know if you know about the golf shirts that kind of just drape down. If you're a large guy, that's the kind of shirt you want to get.
So like a golf polo with like the wrinkle-free type of...
Wrinkle-free polo if you're a large person that buttons all the way down the front. So rather than to show your curves, it just lays there. As far as colors, that's a little different because there on if you Google, you can Google color patterns for light, dark.
Is that so? When you say light, dark, are you talking about colors or like skin tone?
Skin tone. For skin tone. And there are free color charts that come up for skin tone that shows you different colors that will look good for your skin tone. So like what I have on today, this is not for my skin tone. White is not one of my skin tone. I just wanted to put it on today. And what happens is, as you start feeling better about yourself, then you can slip into some other colors as long as you got the outfit. And so for me, because I wanted to wear white, I said, okay, well, let me blend it with something else. So I decided to put on the jeans. I said, well, with the jeans, let me go ahead and throw on the jean jacket. Instead of regular jacket, I wanted to put on the jacket with the hoodie because it's got some white in it too. And so then I said, well, let's go with white sneakers. And I like to wear hats, so let's go with a white hat.
Okay.
So this kind of just
bring it all together.
Yeah, it just kind of puts it all together. And it looks like a casual outfit, but I put it together on purpose.
Right.
So when you're out, you don't want to look like, hey, I took time to do this. You want people to say, that's nice. And that's what you want to do. You want to be able to start feeling good about yourself so that others feel good about you. So I talk about those kind of things in the chapter of the image and style.
Okay, so you say a pair of slacks,
Yeah.
a button down, kind of free flowing, like a wrinkle free polo button down.
Yeah.
And what's the third piece?
The third piece is shoes.
Okay, what kind of shoe? So for a larger guy, let me ask you this as well. As far as how clothes fit, because sometimes they with a larger waistline, a lot of times it ends with a larger pant leg. So are there any particular cuts of style of pants or style of slack, a certain cut or a certain fit that you would suggest for a larger guy? Or is it one of those things where it's like, hey, just make sure you have the right color, a nice pair of slacks, and try a bunch of different ones on, or different cuts to see what fits you? Or do you have a suggestion that you make?
Okay, that's a good question. So you have so many places you can buy outfits.
Right.
You've got Target, you've got Walmart, you've got Haverty's, and you also got your men's stores like your SNKs and places like that.
Yeah.
I suggest that if you really want to start being conscious about style, that you don't buy your clothes from Walmart. Okay. You don't buy them from those stores. Okay. Because they fit the same. It's just one strict pattern that they make thousands of shirts, thousands of pants. Right. When you go to places like SNK, for instance, they didn't ask me to plug them. It's just what came to mind. So when you go to SNK, for instance, they've got big and tall, they've got slender, they've got regular, they've got different cuts. So first of all, being a big guy, you're gonna have a huge waist, and sometimes you got really skinny legs. So in there, they've got cuts for guys with big legs, and for slim, the leg kind of tapers down. Right. And that's what you want. You want to get, when you get down to your leg, because today's style is that your pant leg is going to actually start coming up an inch or so from your shoe now. That's just kind of like the latest style. So you want to have a pant leg that tapers down, that looks proportioned to your bottom of your pants leg to your shoe. So I would say those are the places you want to go to. Knowing that you've gotten on this thing after you buy the book, you've gotten on this thing that you're working on your health. You're starting to work out a little bit. You're starting to change your eating patterns. Now it's going to take a while, but you can still be fly while you're doing that. And in the book, I tell you, don't pay a lot of money for those clothes because as you lose weight, you're going to pass them on. So, but you do want to look nice. So I suggest those places. When it comes to shoes, most big guys wear tennis shoes, sneakers, because they're comfortable. Very rarely does a big guy wear hard bottoms. Because it hurts your feet carrying all that weight. So instead of a instead of a sneaker, instead of a hard bottom, they have so many super dope casuals now. Really, really nice casuals. And so as you begin to buy your wardrobe, basically, if you're just going to start out with something, I would say start out with a black and a brown pair of pants, not black and navy. They go with almost anything. And with your shirts, like I say, you should Google what your skin tone pattern, and you want to shop in those patterns. Everything you buy, you want to buy in those patterns, because just the color is going to make you look more appealing or more attractive, just having the right color pattern on your face. So that's kind of what I would suggest for somebody that's just starting out. All right.
Good stuff. So and so when it comes to affordability, like, are the clothes that are a little more tailored to a certain tailored fit, as opposed to just the bulk Walmart, Target? Do they cost a lot more, or are there ways that you can kind of save money when shopping for those things? Like, would you suggest online, or would you suggest, certain stores or certain brands that you may have knowledge of?
I would suggest, if you're a big guy, don't shop online. Okay. You want to be able to try it on. Yeah. You want to be able to stand in the mirror and see what it looks like on you, what it feels like on you.
Right.
And again, and the reason I say S&K, I've shopped there a lot.
Okay.
I've never gone there and didn't find what I was looking for.
Okay.
The suit that I wore to your wedding was
Okay.
S&K. And it was 3-piece, and that was a nice suit.
Yeah.
And that suit cost me $99 for a suit that looked tailored.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you don't have to pay more.
Okay.
You just have to know that, like within your budget, if you got house stuff going on and all, you don't want to spend your rent money,
right,
to go out and shop.
Right.
But I'm saying, when you shop, don't just buy something because if the pants is $24 and you can go to S&K and buy it for $32.
Right.
It's worth spending the extra to look and feel good.
Yeah.
Because not only don't just cover yourself. Mm-hmm. When you walk out, you want to feel good. Like your car.
Yeah.
When you clean your car, you're cruising.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And the same way with our bodies. Mm-hmm. When our bodies feel good, we cruising.
Yeah.
And so, like I said,
Men's Warehouse is another good spot too. That you can find some good deals. They typically have a decent clearance rack as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like times like this, like Black Fridays and stuff, like going to the malls. Just kind of picking the times when you shop and just get a few necessary pieces. During those times.
Mm-hmm.
Where you could go in, you could try it on. You can see what's new, check out the mannequin. Hey, that looks like that might look good. Let me see what that looks like on me.
And what I also tell them in the book, I say, man, when you go shopping, don't take your girl with you. Yeah. Don't take your wife with you.
Why not?
Well, they, believe it or not, they know how they want to see you.
Okay. All right.
But it's more important how you see yourself.
Yeah. Your own personal sense of style.
Your own personal sense of style.
Okay.
And you want to respect them and say, well, baby, what you want me to wear? They're going to always put you in what they want to see you in. And if it looks too good and they really love you, chances are they're not going to want you to go. It's real.
You looking too good.
It's a little bit too good. Yeah. So, but that's the same thing that attracted them to you.
Right.
So you want to shop how you feel, and they say, "Oh, baby, that looks good." Mm-hmm. But if they were with you, chances are you wouldn't come back with that outfit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you want to get honest opinions from the salesperson. And just a stranger in the store. Mm-hmm. Just say, hey, what's this look like? An honest opinion. They ain't gonna never see you again. So they're gonna say, well, you know what? That's just not the right color, or just the style, something about. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want. You want to get opinions, but you want the honest opinions.
Right.
Yeah. So I put that in the book for the men also, because when you start changing, it's hard because you're used to the everyday grind of how you think and what you do and what you wear. So I'm just trying to help them out a little bit, and not just black or white, just men in general. And you're gonna dress based on your own culture. A black guy would be stylish in one way. A black guy would be stylish in a different way. An Asian guy would even be stylish in a different way. So you want to stay within your culture, but you also want to stay within your own personality.
Now, see me, I have to say, I'm the type I'll be preppy one day, and then I'll be urban, streetwear the next day, and then I'll come out with, like, I just bought some big leg cargo pants. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for me, I'm trying to, even with my own personal style, I'm kind of trying to think outside of the box. Because I've always been kind of like a classic man. You know what I'm saying? Just classic, simple, but nice, put together, nice. Now I'm trying to experiment a little bit.
But see, you can do that because, again, it's all your personality.
Yeah.
And even a man over 50, you can be preppy, you can be all those things,
Yeah.
but it looks like what a 50-year-old man can look good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, I've seen OGs, man, with, I mean, nice outfits. You know what I'm saying? They putting it on. They looking good. You know, I mean, it's fashionable. You know, and it don't have to. You know, I've even seen 50-year-olds wearing skinny jeans. You know what I mean? So it's like. You know, it's no telling. Like, there's so many places
and
you can take it, and a lot of them look good.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of them look good. Like, man, you did that. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and that's the thing about manhood. I think we need, in so many areas, we need to just get our manhood back, and one of them is style.
Yeah,
how we dress. You know, how we show up. You know, it's good for the other brethren, and it's good for the ladies. Right. Not that you're gonna seduce the ladies, but you want to look good.
Right.
And that's kind of what I talk about.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. So anything else you want to give us as far as in the realm of fashion? So you said something really important, how you see yourself. Mm-hmm. What are some things that a person can do where it's like, okay, I'm looking in the mirror, I'm over 50, you know, I'm starting to feel like I don't have the energy that I used to have when it comes to, you know, working out. And how do I find the time, like you said, to make these changes? You know, how did you balance work, being a dad, being a husband, the chores around the house, you know, all the stuff you were doing, you know, in church and in the community? How did you find time to incorporate working out? Did you incorporate a different diet? Just give us a couple of, you know, just give us 2 things that we could do actively for men over 50 to increase their confidence and to get healthier to where they have the body that they want to see.
Mm-hmm. Okay. First of all, you really have to want to do it.
Okay.
That's going to be the very hardest thing you ever do in your life, is to really want to change. Mm-hmm. I tell men, I said, look in the mirror when nobody's around but you, full length mirror, dresser, wherever you can get full length. Yeah. Take all your clothes off, everything. And I need you to stand there just for a minute and look at yourself. Yeah. I mean, just you and yourself. Yeah. Look there. Yeah. And ask yourself, do I like what I see? That's the first thing before you change anything. And if you don't like what you see, you got a responsibility. If you don't change it at that point, you ain't nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't punk out because you're gonna have to work for it.
Exactly. You can't punk out. Yeah. You can't blame nobody. Yeah. You got to get past that hurdle first. Yeah. Yeah. And that's where most of them stop. Okay. Right there. Yeah. But if you get past that hurdle and you say, I really do want to do this, the second thing you want to do is, if we're talking about changing your life, trying to work out and that kind of thing, you got to look at your schedule. You got to be realistic, because so many people start and stop. I worked for the YMCA for many, many years, and our membership enrollment always increased the last 2 weeks of December into the end of February. It was just, you just knew it.
I'm definitely guilty of that. Yeah.
You know, and so that was people wanting to change. They got past that hurdle of, I'm going to do better. And they're not just fat people, just people in general. Yeah. And they start a gym program. What happens is they forgot about all their normal activities, all their normal responsibilities, and it became overwhelming. So they stopped. So what you have to do is, and I talk about it in the book, how much time are you willing to spend doing this, and where are you going to find the time? So everybody's schedule is going to be different. Right. My schedule happened to be, I knew from the time I went to work to the time I went to bed, I had something to do. Yeah. It was work for 8 hours. It was come back, get the kids from school if they weren't on the bus. It was come home, have dinner with the family and help the wife cook or whatever I had to do. And then we go to church, and then we get back about 9:30, 10 o'clock. And it was time to go to bed and do it all over again. It's like, where are you going to find the time? For me personally, my time was before all of that. Because I wasn't going to do it after all of it, because I would have been just exhausted. Right. So I found my time started at 5 a.m. in the morning because I didn't have to be to work till 8. So that gave me a 3-hour window, which means I had to sleep less. But was it important enough? So again, those are the first two things, is to make the decision. Once you make the decision, where are you going to find the time? And once you get those two things in, then how are you going to feel that time will change.
Right. Good stuff there, yo.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, hey, man. It's been another wonderful episode. Pop been just dropping all kind of jewels, man. All kind of tidbits.
And we get to hang out.
Yeah, and we get to chill, hang out. Chloe over there taking a little nap, you know.
She says it over. Yeah, so it's been good, man. We don't know all the answers or any of that, and there's tens of thousands of people doing what we're doing. Yeah. We just appreciate you listening to us.
Oh yeah. So until the next time, man, we appreciate y'all, man. I am your big bro, War.
I'm Pops. Get the book. You can get it on any platform. You can Google Barnes & Nobles. You can Google Amazon. The Measure of a Man's Dreams, Goals, Reality. Please pick it up.
By Michael Hill.
Michael O'Hill.
Michael O'Hill.
It comes right up.
Oh yeah. So man, hey, go ahead and grab the book, man, and read it. You know, I've definitely been enjoying it. So yeah, man, great book. Get you a copy, man. So till the next time, thank y'all so much for tuning in, kicking it with us.
Yes.
Peace.